One thing I hear all the time when it comes to creating graphics in Canva is that it just takes way too long. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 quick tips that is going to help you work so much faster and save time in Canva. But before we get in, let me introduce myself. If you're new here, I'm Danielle, a Canva certified creative and graphic designer. And my mission is to help you save time and design more confidently. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so tip number 1 is to start using Canva shortcuts in your workflow. Now, when you are in a Canva design workspace, so not the home screen, but in a design, there is a little purplish button in the lower right corner that says help or has a question mark, something like that. If you click on that and then type shortcuts in the search bar, you're going to get a massive list of all the Canva shortcuts that you can use, which can be overwhelming. So I suggest starting with these few and then adding to your list. My absolute go-to and favorite shortcuts are hitting T on the keyboard, just T, and that will drop in a text box, and it's a default text box to whatever your font branding is set to, or sometimes I think it predicts whatever might already be on the page. So it's T for text. Hit R. It'll drop in a rectangle. C, it'll drop in a circle, and L, it'll drop in a line. Those are going to save you so much time. It may not seem like it, but it shaves seconds off every time you need to go find one of those, which adds up to minutes and then even hours that it cuts out of your busy schedule. So start using those. If you're already using those, then go to that shortcut list and learn 1 or 2 more that you can start incorporating to save even more time. Tip number 2, you should always be starting with branded templates. So yes, that means at some point you have got to do the setup work first, but when you're actually sitting down to create all the graphics, for your blog posts, your videos, all the social media graphics, you need to be starting with a branded template that's already done for you. Now, I'm a real big fan at saving time by sticking in your zone of genius and getting help from other people who, whatever you're looking for, that's their zone of genius. So for example, copy is not my zone of genius, graphic design is. So I will go look for either courses or SWOT files or starter templates when it comes to things like landing page copy, email copy, and that just helps me save huge amounts of times versus if I sat down and tried to do it from a blank screen with that cursor flashing at me. So I suggest that you go out and buy yourself some premium templates that you can easily brand. And shameless plug, you can go check out my shop, or if that's not in your budget, find some in the Canva library. I have some templates on there as well. But that will help you save time if you go ahead and do that. I can't say that word. If you go ahead and do the setup work ahead of time before you need to create all the graphics for your business. Okay, let's take a time out. Let's pause right here. If you heard that tip, I have a bad habit of touching the table, and every time I do, it makes my camera shake. If you heard that tip, and you're thinking, but Kate, I don't really have set branding. Or if you're always finding yourself in that Canva fonts menu or searching for a new color to use, then you need to go check out my totally free course called Easy Breezy Branding that's going to help you DIY your visual brand today, once and for all, because you need to get that nailed down so that you stay out of that fonts menu other than just selecting your brand font. Trust me, it will save you so much time. Also, if you have branding, but you just need to get your colors put into Canva, I have a video that will pop up somewhere overhead that shows you just how you can plug your colors right into Canva. All right, now before we get to the third and final tip, I got to do that thing. If you have found these first 2 tips helpful, or you just want to give me a little YouTube SEO boost, go ahead and please hit that like button and subscribe, because it also helps me know that the content I'm creating is resonating with you and helps me plan future content. Now, back to our third and final tip. The third tip is to batch design. And yes, I know batching is such a buzzword that comes up anytime you're talking about productivity and streamlining, but it comes up because it works. I batch my designs in one of 2 ways. The first way is if I've just created a new piece of content like a YouTube video, I'll create the thumbnail, I will create any of the blog images I need, such as the feature image, cover image, because I plug my videos on the blog. Then I'll create several pins and social media graphics, and I'll just do that all in one sitting for that piece of content. The second way I batch design is, say I'm planning out a month's worth of pins or Instagram images or whatever you want to go ahead and bang out a month's worth of graphics of. I'll sit down and go ahead and have a list of the different headlines and text I might need to put on those. And then I open up Canva and have a set of branded templates that I just design and plug in the new headlines and maybe swap out a few colors and pictures, one right on top of the other. This saves so much time, and you won't believe how many graphics you can get done in like an hour, especially when you're working with a set of branded templates. Okay guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Let me know in the comments if you have a productivity streamlining tip when it comes to creating your graphics, or let me know which one of these 3 that you're going to start implementing right away to save you time. And be sure to subscribe and come on back for more Canva and business tips. I will see you in the next video, and until then, think like a boss, play like a mom. Cheers.